Hello.
Testing.
係咪遲咗咧？我哋
係啊
，We're a bit late。
我要 share 下 Facebook 先。
share 下先，等下先。
Anyone there？ 誒，今日係廣東話同英文。
Yeah. So I'll continue on the English.
睇到啦。
In case if anyone is there. Probably tonight is a bit late. Everyone is getting ready for bed already, but we just finished our recording.
We just came back from recording.
Yeah, we just came back from recording. That's why we are slightly late tonight. There's someone watching already. Hi, Nelly. Hello. Right. Those of you who are watching us on live now, it will be good if you can just feedback to us whether the sound is okay. The most importantly is like the sound is clear.
聽唔聽到啊 ？Testing.
Hi, Annette. Hello, how are you? Just let me know if you can actually hear us clearly, right? If you can't really see us, let's say sometimes we might actually get out of focus a bit. It is fine. Okay, I will try. If it's out of focus, we can focus back here, okay? All right? If it's out of focus, it's fine. But most importantly, let us know whether you can hear us clearly or not, okay? So that is more important. The topic for today will be of the auspicious resuming recommencement of work.
係啦，
Okay,
即係擇日返工。
Yes, 開工吉日. All right. So now today we're trying to do it by language, okay, dual language, so that we don't have to actually do it twice. All right, the same topic twice. So today we're going to talk about recommencement of work. Okay, all right. So those of you, if you think that anyone can benefit from this topic, please do share the live video. So that anyone who has questions to ask, please ask me during the live video session. I will answer all of your questions now instead of like sending me private messages or comments. Okay, the comments also I will try to answer whenever I have the time. Right, private messages and all that. Okay, most of the time is like I really don't have the time to answer. That's also the reason why we do the live video. Okay, so there's like we can actually answer your questions just straightforward. So we don't have to like
邊一個有問題咧，咁你哋就可以擺響個 comment 響呢度啦，咁我就會問阿 Jessie 嘅。
Yeah. Okay. So we are doing it by dual language, so that hopefully like people who's like English, okay, or those who are more well versed with Cantonese, then both of you can actually like Hi, is that your cousin?
No, my friend.
Oh, your friend. Okay. Hi. Hi. So it's like if you have any questions, please ask. Hi, Kenny. That is the eating god.
Oh, okay.
Right, Kenny know who he, right?
Hello.
Yeah, you should have
no need so much eating god.
He's also a 冰塊.
Oh, really? High five.
No. He's very, very good with cooking. All right, thank you for tuning in. All right, just make sure that you all can hear us clearly. All right, make sure you can hear us clearly. Today we're talking about the auspicious date for recommencement of work.
Hi, Vivian. Hi, Kenny.
Vivian. Hi, Kenny. Okay, so it's like of course, besides only the auspicious dates, right? What I'm going to share today is like every day itself that you have chosen to actually resume your work, there is an auspicious direction for wealth, right? Because you see, now for Chinese, right, a lot of like people has been asking me what is like prayers to receive the God of wealth. In Chinese we call it 接財神. 接財神. Normally people do it like at the eve of Chinese New Year, midnight. It's a gesture for you to welcome the new year. People normally pray to this god of like wealth, which is 接財神. Now, do you know that every day itself you actually have a direction for your god of wealth? Every day.
即係每一日其實都有財神嘅。
啱，其實每一日咧，其實都有個財神嘅方向位嘅，因為財神星其實係一粒星嚟嘅啫。It's actually a star, right? God of wealth is actually a star. This is a wealth star that is evolving around.
Hi,
so every day itself, you have a direction for the God of wealth. So what I'm going to share with you all today is because the auspicious dates has been shared on my Facebook. I'm sure all of you has been already selected the dates that you want to resume your work. But what additional info that I want to share today is the auspicious direction for wealth on that day that you have chosen. It means on the day that we have actually shared out, there are 7 days that you can choose from. Out of these 7 days itself, you can actually know which are the auspicious direction for wealth.
即係講其實咧，即係今日我哋嘅話題咧，即係講，即係如果你哋即係阿 Jessie 咧已經 share 咗個吉日啦，咁你哋都已經選擇咗啦，咁當你選擇咗嗰一日嘅吉日翻工咧，咁其實我哋今晚就會傾下，即係你響開日嗰一日你應該要做啲咩嘅？係啦，開工吉日吉時嗰陣時咧，應該要做啲乜？點做？同埋應該向乜嘢方向正為自己嘅財位嘅？So which direction itself is auspicious for your wealth on that particular date that
that you have chosen and what are the procedures that you can do and adapt to in order for you to make this auspicious recommencement of work worthwhile lah. Okay, let's put it that way.
But Jessie, is this very important to choose an auspicious day to open, to commence to work?
I mean,
即係係咪一個好重要嘅
For
嘅嘢嚟嘅？
me, yes, definitely. Because it's like we are in the field of like, we want everything aligned at the same time because we want heaven, earth, and man all aligning at the same time. Hi, Pauline. Let us know if you can't hear us, okay? If any case you can't hear us clearly, please do let us know, yeah? All right? So you see, everything itself, right, is alignment of heaven, earth, and man. 天時地利人和. Okay, so these three things need to align together in order for us to have the best of our destiny.
即係講嗰一日咧，即係你天啦，即係 combine 咗，即係天地人
三個合咗一嚟。如果三樣嘢都係即係旺盛嘅 ，three of it also the energy three side of it you maximize it. It means that you create the destiny, the outcome will be very very good. Okay, so that is actually the purpose of date selection as well. Because date selection on that day itself, okay, where you recommence your work means that it initiate a starting of a new year officially when it comes to work and wealth related.
但係咧呢一啲咧，即係唔係話講，即係淨係新年係呢幾日特別好，因為頭先你講咗嘛，即係其實每一日都係有財神嘅。
啱啦。
只不過係你新年嗰陣時，你係揀個特別好嘅日子去開工。嚟開工。
So we have selected all these dates, which is so-called the auspicious dates, and all these dates itself, we have an auspicious direction, which is specifically good for wealth. So I'm going to share with you that is an additional information. I'm going to share with you today what is the auspicious direction for wealth on those dates that you have chosen. Okay, so before that, let's talk about just now you mentioned it's like it's date selection that important. Okay, to me it is, right? Since you need to resume your work anyway. Right, 你橫掂都係要開工㗎啦。Okay, so you need to resume your work anyway. Might as well you start it on a day which is good in terms of the star sign, means the astrology sign on that day. The stars that reside on that particular day, might as well you choose a day which is good in order for you to resume your work.
即係橫掂都係一定要開工㗎啦，咁樣倒不如我哋揀個即係嘅吉日子同埋最吉時，啱啦。Okay, 去開工。
Okay, so it's like since you can, why not? All right, but again I'm going to share with you in case some of you cannot use those dates that has been given. All right, you cannot physically bring yourself to the office or work on those days. What are the things that you can do? Okay, let's go into that, right? Okay, now the first thing is when it comes to date selections on the auspicious dates, okay, now I'm sure all of you here have actually seen, okay, the poster that I've shared on my Facebook page. There are 7 dates that you can choose from, okay, after Chinese New Year in order for you to resume your work, all right? So those of you who are not celebrating Chinese New Year, you can also use these dates itself because these are the dates after the New Year itself, after the Lunar New Year, after the Solar New Year. These are the dates for you to actually activate your wealth. Because these are the dates is auspicious, one thing. And then secondly, I'm going to share with you the direction to activate your wealth on those particular dates. What are the directions that you can face on in order for you to manifest more prosperity, more wealth to come your way in 2018?
即係呢一日即係開工啦，呢個時間咁其實係 for 呢一個財運嘅，即係俾呢一個財運。咁其實都係有唔同嘅方向都可以去 activate 嘅。但係呢一個吉星係咪話講係淨係財咧？即係如果健康啊、情緒啊，即係咩都係好嘅。
淨係財。This so-called direction is only good for wealth because I specifically chosen the direction for wealth because when we talk about recommencement of work, when it comes about work and career and businesses, we are talking about wealth. Okay, so we leave the health and relationship to other topics. Okay, so today we just zoom into money. Right? money. Okay, all right. So if you have chosen the dates, now I'm going to recap the dates that I've shared on my Facebook. The auspicious dates that you can choose from after Chinese New Year will be the 19th of February, which is a Monday, right? 20th of February, 22nd February, 23rd February, 27th February, 28th February, and 3rd of March. So if you have chosen any of those dates itself right now, what should you be doing on that day? Now, each of these days come with an auspicious time. And out of all these 7 days, right, there are 3 days which is highly recommended. That is on the 19th of February. 19th of February is highly recommended. It's a 4th day of Chinese New Year.
即係初四啦。
啱啦。Okay, and the second highly recommended date is the 7th day, which Hui already chosen that
係
day,
啊係
right?
啊，即係第一個係最好係初四啦，咁第二咧就係初七嘅。
Alright, so on the
人日
seventh day of Chinese New Year, which is 22nd of February, that is also a highly recommended date. So, right, the stars that you have on that date itself is actually, we rated it a 5-star. And then on the 28th of February is another date where you have 5 stars rated as well. So these are the dates that you can consider choosing. And the time, if you need to check the time and all that, go back to my previous Facebook post and you can see all these things. Alright? Now, Ellie's asking a question. If you don't take off during Chinese New Year, which a lot of us, we really work through Chinese New Year, can you just activate yes? Right, that is the reason why I give you these dates. Now, you can just activate to boost start the new year because this signifies the starting of 2018 Earth dot year. So might as well you just look into that specific direction on that particular day and that particular time in order for you to boost the wealth luck.
即係如果萬一即係你係喺屋企嘅，咁萬一你又或者係仲喺屋企休息，咁其實都冇去翻工都可以動一動嗰個屋企嘅氣嘅。
可以㗎，又或者一啲真係過年都係做嘅，因為好多行業嚟講，譬如好似我哋做廟嘅咧，即係過年都係做冇休息嘅。咁你冇休息嘅話咧，喺呢一啲日子同時間入邊咧，你都可以選擇當係動一動咗個財氣，係啦，因為呢啲係首選咗出嚟咧，係個財運嗰方面係特別好嘅，因為所謂啲開工吉日嚟講，全部係專顧於財運嗰方面嘅。
咁阿 Jessie 嗱。呢即係我哋 share 咗呢一個7個日子啦。咁其實每一個日子你呢度都會寫話忌用生肖噶咯喎。不如你解釋翻下，即係點解會忌用，點樣忌用法
Okay, now each of the days itself, you have an animal sign which is not suitable. Now, animal sign which is not suitable means that day itself clashes directly with your animal sign. For instance, if you're talking about 19th of February, right, which is a Monday, that particular day itself is a day of a horse. It's a water horse day, right? So that day clashes with the rat. So those of you born in the year of the rat, you cannot benefit from that day, right? You have minimal benefit. Somehow, that Wi-Fi connection for you on that day itself, it just doesn't go through. Now, doesn't mean that it will be a bad day for you, but it's just that if you can choose a day that you can connect, that you can connect 100%, why not? All right, instead of choosing a day that it doesn't really benefit you, might as well you choose a day that you can connect 100%.
Oh, by the way, so does it mean that it's only look at the year?
Now, you look at the year, and if can, you actually look at the month as well. You look, right? Because when we talk about like recommencement of work, it's always the year and the month because that is your external factor. So you look at the year and the month. So for those of you, okay, let's say I say animal sign that won't benefit means you are born in the year of the rat, or if you're born in the month of the rat, means month of the rat is December. If you're born in December, try to avoid the day that is not suitable for the rat.
嗱，即係 for 一啲朋友咧，即係唔係好清楚我哋講啲咩咧？即係每一個人咧，其實咧唔係淨係單單得一個生肖啫。咁其實即係你生，即係你有好多有4個柱啦，即係有年柱、月柱、日柱同埋時柱啦，即係每一個生肖。咁其實你係有4個嘅。咁如果你唔知嘅話，你其實可以去到呢個。Solar Trinity. Just go to my website www.solartrinity.com. On top of it, you can actually click on plot party chart. It's a free party. You just plot out your chart and you can see there are 4 animal signs there. All right, just make sure you avoid the animal sign which is not suitable based on your year and your month. Okay? 因為蚊咧係屬於即係月份係你嘅工作
環境之一嚟㗎，so you don't want anything to clash with your month as well on the day that you resume work.
Okay.
All right, so let's go back. Well, whatever dates that you have chosen convenient to you, now let's go back to what you should be doing on those dates. Right? I know a lot of you like, okay, I choose a date to go, okay, and work on that day. But what are the things and procedures that you can consider doing on those auspicious days? Remember, this is a combination of heaven, earth, and man. 天時地利人和3樣嘢 you need to combine it to make the best out of it to happen to you. Now, first is choosing the date. Once you have chosen the date itself, right? If the date is good, it means on the heaven perspective, heaven's luck itself, you are bound by positive energy for you to resume some activities on that particular day. Let's say
即係你已經有咗個 WiFi 啦，
yes,
你有咗個 signal 咗。
Yeah, okay, and then after that, you want to create the environment. Earth part means 地理啦。The earth part means the environment. Now, you need to know which direction to face in order for you to tap into the god of wealth on that particular day. alright means 如果你要嗰日迎接個財神喺乜嘢方位 because every day there is a direction for wealth right you just need to understand and need to find out on that specific day where is the wealth direction so when you start your work facing towards your wealth direction on that particular auspicious day now you have taken care of the heaven and the earth perspective 地理你都搞掂埋啦，即係喺風水個角度，喺環境嘅角度，你
即係要揀啱個方向啦。
啱啦。
咁萬一我接到個方向係病神嚟嘅，會唔會有問題咧？
咁我俾咗你哋個方向就肯定全部係財神嚟㗎啦。
咁萬一佢又搞錯咗點算咧？
咁萬一嘅財多身處弱咯。咁都搞錯嘅，你記得 whatever that we have put on the video here, all the information we will play it back is recorded and share back onto my Facebook page. Please listen to it again and again and get the facts right, okay? Because in case you get the wrong direction, if I say north and you go south, then it's your problem.
Okay. So 即係如果萬一其實唔係接財神嘅，咁接到其他嘢嘅，咁樣就哎唷咁樣。
Okay. So you just follow the direction, and that direction itself, because it's to tell you on that specific day, wealth comes from which direction.
Okay. Talking about this direction, right? Sorry. Jessie， 咁所以如果呢一個攞方向嘅，咁我哋屋企就企響中間啦。咁如果響 office 或者係自己嘅位，咁其實佢係咪應該都係要坐，即係坐正自己嘅位去對翻咧？
係啦 okay, so let's say if you're in the office itself, right? Okay, that depends on whether you're the boss or you're the employee. That's why later I will tell you what are the procedures of the boss and what are the procedures of an employee. It's different, alright? So let's say if you are an employee, so you just take the direction of your seat on your desk itself and face towards the direction of the wealth, God of wealth, and actually manifest, make some manifestation, make some prayers, utter some auspicious words, or even send out important emails or greetings to your important clients on that specific day and time facing that specific direction. Okay, and we will go through that later as well.
What if your time is actually 9:28 and so happen I reach at office about 9:30? Does it affect me?
It is
Do
okay.
I need to be skeptical?
Yeah,
you know?
It is okay. Don't worry. Now, if you see the timing there, right? Okay, why 9:28? Do you have to like specifically do it on the dot at 9:28? You don't have to. Actually, from 9:28 means it's a block of timing between 9 to 11, right? Why I chose normally, I would choose the block on the first half of the hour because that first half of the hour is the rising energy. Just imagine that on this selection itself, right? The energy rise and fall. It's like a graph. Everything, energy itself, it travels up and down, up and down, up and down. Let's say in a block of 2 hours, there will be 1 hour of ascending energy and 1 hour of descending energy. All right. So for me, I will always like to choose the first part of the hour, which is the ascending energy, because ascending energy always signifies something which is positive, which is growing, which is going up. So that's why the reason why you see if those 9:28 a.m. is actually the block between 9 to 11. Between 9 to 11, 9 to 10 is ascending energy, 10 to 11 is descending energy. So I choose 9:28. Why? Because it sounds auspicious. All right. Because you see, the third part, which is also a very, very important part, is the man luck part. Or in Chinese, we call it 人為,天時地利人和. Just now we talk about choosing a date is a heaven part. Having the right direction, the right feng shui location is the earth part. The last part, which is very, very important, is the man luck part or 人為 psychology. All right? Whether or not you have the right mindset to start your day, it's also very important. Hi, Sarah. Hi, there's so many of you. There's Kevin, like Omabel. I see all of you here. Greetings to me. I'm sorry I cannot actually greet all of you individually. All right? Thank you for actually tuning in. Because it's like if I stop myself and like start like addressing to each of you individually, then it will drag on for hours. Okay, all right. But I see all of you here. Thank you so much. All right.
Okay.
So let me continue.
So we
Because
just
there's so much for me to share,
just
right?
now we already spoke about the heaven and the earth. So now
okay,
it's the
and the
man
last
luck.
part is the man luck. Now, why I've specifically chosen 9:28, 11:18, 1:38
Because it
p.m.
sounds more
Because
auspicious.
in Chinese it sounds auspicious. Those of you who are not Chinese educated, you're not Chinese, probably you have no idea
即
why
係
it sounds
9
good.
點28
九二法啊嘛，即係九二法好意頭咯。咁又有日法喎，咁日都法又好意頭咯。OK，咁又係13法嘅，咁樣喺13法嘅嚟講都係好意頭。咁now this part itself is choosing the something that sounds or resembles something which is auspicious because this is part where the mindset comes in, the manlak. Okay, we want something to represent something auspicious, to remind us to stay on this momentum all the time, right? If you say you miss 9:28, can you do it 9:30? Can you do it 9:38, 9:48? By all means, it's the same. Okay, it is exactly the same hour. It is fine. So don't be paranoid as in like, oh shit, I'm stuck in a jam, okay? Right? I cannot reach my office. I missed the 9:28 hours. This year is going to be doomed. There's no such thing. No, AM. 9:28 AM, okay? All this is in AM, all this is AM, except for the Saturday, which is 1:38 PM. All this you resume work AM in the morning. We want the energy of the sun. All right, we want the energy of the sun because sun represents growth, sun represents abundance. That's why we choose recommencement of work all these days, even though we have hours in the midnight, which is very, very good. But we try to avoid midnight hours because we want the sun energy to be out.
即係嗰個氣場咧係特別強啲嘅，因為嗰陣時係太陽最猛嘅時候啦。
OK， 即係太陽出嘅時候咧就可以能生萬物嘅。OK， so we want the auspicious energy from the sun where the 1,000 things can grow. Alright， so that's why it's all in the AM。
係啦，咁如果啱啱聽到嘅朋友咧，即係頭先阿 Jessie 解釋啦，咁你係咪一定要9:28咧？咁其實唔係嘅，因為我哋唐人嚟講，一個時辰咧即係等於2個鐘頭。
啱啦，
係啦，即係2個小時。咁你嘅太陽個氣場入嚟嗰陣時，我哋特登係揀嗰個氣場最高嗰陣時，
最高峰嘅，
係啦，最高峰。
啱。Okay，alright. So remember, if you miss 9:28, it's okay. Right? If you can only reach office at 10 o'clock, it's okay. As long as you do it before 11 a.m. Alright. Remember, as long as you do it, things will be fine. Do not be paranoid. Don't condemn yourself. Don't argue with your other half or whatsoever just because you cannot make like 9:28 a.m. Remember, practicing feng shui, practicing Chinese astrology is to make our life better. It's not that, oh, I need to rush to the office at 9:28 and because of this idiot that's late, I am late and therefore I miss my auspicious time. I hope no children is watching me. My language, okay? Just because of that and you go into an argument during Chinese New Year, that is not a good start. So remember, if you can't make 9:28, by all means, whatever time that falls between 9 to 11.
Okay.
Alright, so now the next thing is, okay, you have gotten the date, you have gotten the time. What should you do? Alright, now what should you do? It depends whether you are the boss or you are the employee.
即係你係講自己係員工啊，定係老細嘅？咁其實如果你係員工係或者係老細咧，其實做嘅方式係唔一樣嘅。
Okay, and do bear with us. I know some of you might be a bit curious as in like, how come it's like Jessie is speaking in English and then suddenly Hui is actually speaking in Cantonese? Because we're a bit greedy. We try to actually tap into both languages on a one single Facebook Live so that we don't have to repeat it one more time.
Yeah.
Alright? So that the next time we can actually have or share some new things. Alright? So that is why we will try to actually cater to both language. Now, important information, we will make sure that we translate it. Okay? Alright, the first thing is now, just now we have gotten your dates. Now, what should you do on that first date? Now, the things or the procedure, the gesture that you do on that first date itself, it all falls under the manlak. 人為嘅，
即係人為，即係我哋要準備一啲嘢嘅。
係啦，即係嗰一日咧，你開工嘅時候咧，你做嘅所有嘢咧，即係所有即係動作啊，要去做嘅嘢咧，全部係喺天時地利人和嘅人和嗰方面，人為。It actually represents the manlak, represents psychologically. You just want something to represent auspiciousness for you to kickstart the whole year. Okay, so what are the things that you can do? Now, if you are a boss yourself, okay, Joe is watching. Joe is definitely a boss. Okay, all right, he's a boss of Peekaboo. Alright, okay. So let's say if you're a boss and you're watching this, right, on that specific day that you have chosen, okay, remember, you select a date and you actually just make sure that all your employees come back to work on that specific date and time. Means you have to announce it to your employees, right? Example, if you have chosen on the 7th, like Hui chosen 7th day of the Chinese New Year, which is the 22nd, you just have to make sure that your employees reach your office on that day itself. Don't have to go in yet, okay? Reach your office before 9:28, okay?
即係如果你係老細嘅話咧，即係你要嗌你嘅預早同你嘅員工講啊，即係9:28之前就一定要
全部到晒啦。
係啦，但係即係未入門嘅，
係，
只不過喺門口等啫。
So you're there, and then if you want to follow specifically 9:28 on that specific timing itself, you can actually open the door of the office go inside. Now, traditionally, a lot of like Taiwanese, a lot of Hong Kong people and all that, they want yi tao, they want something to represent auspiciousness. So what they do is, the boss will normally carry auspicious items such as pineapples. Now, this is Chinese. You can do it, you cannot do it as well, okay? If it's too tedious, it looks too funny for you, might as well don't do it. But you find that, hey, come on, pineapple is good. I love to eat pineapple, okay? So if you think that it is fine, by all means.
Oranges?
Yeah, this is oranges normally the employees will bring. Okay, they will bring. So you prepare everything. So make sure that none of yourself as a boss or your employees walks into the office empty-handed. That is the reason. So you see a lot of like Hong Kong people and all that, once they actually had this, of course they do it in a very, very big scale as well, right? They even have like, altar set up to do prayers and all that, and followed by lion dance as well. So it depends on the scale that how you want to do it. All right, but on a minimal scale, at least you can just open up your office on that specific hour and time. Go in, switch on all electrical items. Means you switch on all the lights, all your gadgets, your computer, everything from the office desk to the cubicles, to the rooms, to the toilet, to the pantry. Make sure that all electrical items are switched on.
But Jessie, just now you were talking about his boss, right? 即係老細啦. What if the person is actually also an employee to the company? However, they are just a regional manager at a specific place like a retail.
As long as you can be in charge, as long as you can be in charge, you have the authority to actually make the call, then you can do it. But let's say if you are not at the authority to make the call, then you follow the employee part, which I am going to discuss with you later.
Just now we have this. Oh, my friend is asking, what about the home office?
Home office is the same thing. Okay, your home office means, right, okay, you are staying at your same place, all right, your same home. On that specific time itself, you sit onto your office. Maybe you have a desk or specific a room as your office. You go into your room, switch on everything from aircon, lighting, fan, everything on it, and also switch on your laptop or your computer on that specific hour. Okay, so make sure that all your gadgets, lights, all these electrical items are switched on the auspicious hour. At the same time, of course, make some auspicious greetings, because Chinese, we like to say 恭喜發財, 恭喜發財. The employee sees the boss also say 恭喜發財, 紅包袋來, okay? Just take 紅包啦, wait for what, okay? Alright, so you can actually switch everything on, okay? Say some auspicious words and bring in, okay, make sure you bring in, the boss bring in all this like pineapple and stuff, and then the employees make sure at least you have mandarin oranges. In Chinese we say 金啊. Okay? Because they just don't want you to just walk into your office empty-handed. Let's say now, if you don't have mandarin orange, can you bring some like Chinese New Year cookies, anything? As long as anything that represents abundance. Food is abundance, why not? Okay, bring in something to share. Bring in something that represents abundance. Bring in something, you can bring in beers, alcohol, who knows, okay? Depends on your office. All right, just bring in something to share so that you have something to contribute, okay? It's a gesture. Now, does it mean that if you do this means that your 2018 will be fantastic? Or if you don't do it means that your 2018 will be bad? No. Right? This is just a gesture. Now, if you do it and you have a proper plan for 2018 in order how to make your business better, then you will be doing very well. But if you do all this gesture and yet you have no clue, all right, how to make yourself better in 2018, whatever you do also, it will be a waste of time. Trust me. So remember, everything needs to align together. And when the stars align, magic happens. Okay, so we are here to share with you how to make sure all these things align at the same time.
Back to the Gabriel question. He asked, what if it's a freelancer? It's actually same thing, right?
Same thing.
Just like you
freelancer.
Freelancer, you just work at home, or maybe you work outside.
Outside cafes, okay, Starbucks, Coffee Bean.
But however,
a good place.
To activate it's actually at home. It's not outside. Right.
But let's say if normally it depends. Let's say if you feel that your house itself is like not as comfortable, maybe feng shui wise is not the best, you can always tap into the feng shui outside. You can always go to a nice cafe with good feng shui. All right, hopefully in the future we will have videos telling you like certain places, why is it doing so well and why is it good, how is the feng shui. Hopefully we can do that and we can share with you so that for all freelancers you know where to go to when you have to work. Okay, so the thing is, the point is just that you look for a good place. All right, open up your laptop or any gadgets that you use to make money for 2018. okay, and start it on that particular timing.
Okay.
Then later on, I'm going to share with you the direction as well, because those of you who have just joined us, I see, hi Mitra, okay, hi Hui Min. Those of you who have just joined us, now today's topic is about the auspicious date to recommence work after Chinese New Year. Okay, so I'm going to share here, of course, the dates has been shared on my social media and on my Facebook. The additional information today is what is the auspicious direction of wealth for those dates. Okay, so make sure you have your pen and paper ready to write down all this auspicious direction. Now, just now we talk about the boss. If you're the boss, those are the things that you can do, all right? And then, of course, prepare all these things, okay? And let's say if you're boss, you can also arrange lion dance within the same hour, same timing zone. Means 9:28, okay, once you have go in, settle down everything, you can actually arrange lion dance to come in before 11 a.m.
即係話，即係就算係9:28啦，咁如果我係個老細，或者係我向一個 branch 嘅好重要嘅身份，即係我嗌晒我啲同事嚟啦，即係9點半之前咧就預備向出邊，大家唔好空手嘅，即係手上攞一啲吉嘢嘅，
係啦，即係攞啲金啊，攞啲吉啊，大吉大利啊，黃奶啊，所有嘢 ，because it's represents something auspicious. Well, who knows? Maybe Chinese New Year you have one big bag of money to bring into your office. By all means, just bring it.
即係入咗去啦，即係大家嗌一聲恭喜發財嗰啲咁啊，開晒啲燈，開晒啲門，開晒啲窗口，或者你就可以嗌你嘅即係舞獅。其實即係入咗去之後先開始舞獅嘅。
啱 ，OK。Once you
11點之前
enter, you settle, and then you can arrange your lion dance to come in. Because the purpose of the lion dance to come in, because nowadays it's so easy. They prepare everything. They prepare all the auspicious stuff. They have the pomelo, they have the mandarin oranges, they have the pineapple. Alright, so they will prepare all these things, and they have like those four-letter words, which is good in Chinese. Okay, alright. So for all these good things, okay, to share. So because and the lion dance, when it's there, it actually also helps you to activate the whole energy of that particular day as well.
But however, the lion dance must be done before 11.
Yes, preferably.
Because 9 to 11 is
a good date. The good timing.
It's a good timing. So 其實係一個時辰嘅。So what if let's say 初12啦，初12 which is the February
11:18啊嘛。
So 11:18. So you have to done your lion dance before 1 p.m.
啱啦。總言之 ，if you choose the timing, those 11:18, the time block is 11 to 1 p.m. So make sure that all these things have to start within that time frame, means 11 to 1 p.m. Okay, so just now we talked about if you are a boss. So those are the things that you can do. Now, what if you are an employee? Now, your employee, sometimes you cannot even dictate the auspicious date for you to start work. Okay, who knows that your boss actually asks you to start earlier, which somehow is not the best date for you, or it clashes you. All right, or your boss asks you to start on the date, which is somehow is not an auspicious date. Now, what can you do? Okay, for employees itself, right? Okay, now normally, traditionally, the Hong Kong people and all that, what they'll do is the first thing they go into the office is they will take like a small pail of water with pomelo leaf, okay, and also kaffir lime. You know, kaffir lime. All right. So they will put all this pomelo leaf and kaffir lime into the water itself, and you will use the water to wipe your desk. Now, why is it so? Because this is like cleansing off all the old stagnant energy. Because Chinese people like pomelo leaf. They also like the kaffir lime.
Pomelo 廣東話係
碌柚葉，
碌柚葉
同發風金。咁碌柚葉、發風金嚟講咧，咁呢兩樣嘢嚟講咧係有一啲即係清除氣場嘅即係嘅潛能嘅。咁咧通常嚟講，我哋即係中國人啦，係中意咧即係開工。如果你係打工仔嘅話咧，就開工嘅時候咧就攞啲水啊，即係攞呢啲去抹，即係乾淨自己個台，即係清除咗嗰個氣場啦。But nowadays, right? Nowadays you don't really have to do it yourself. Nowadays a lot of like ready-made stuff, okay, which is like ever ready. You have spray, which is like you have like spray which is ready, okay, to clear the energy and all these things. So nowadays you can use essential oils. You don't really have to use pomelo leaf. It really depends on what you believe in. As long as you find something to help you clear the energy of your desk on that day, so that will be one of the things that you can consider doing. You can use like essential oil and all that is totally fine. Or you can sage the area. You can also it's up to you. Okay.
即係話講，即係如果我係打工嘅，咁樣我個老細可能即係本來我係要9:28，但係我老細話9點就開工㗎咯喎。咁就算我係9點去到 office 啊，即係我9:28我就攞水。
Exactly. Now you start on 9:28 where you start clearing everything, okay? And then the next thing is arrange something symbolic and auspicious on your tabletop.
Oh, okay.
Alright, arrange something symbolic and auspicious. Now, example, okay, now people normally just bring in a few mandarin oranges and an ang pao.
Yeah.
Okay, 你可以帶幾個利是封，金啦，即係帶幾個金同埋利是封。So you arrange like you know like a pyramid, okay? It's like a stack of like mandarin oranges with an ang pao on top. So you can do that. Or if not, you have something auspicious that represents, hi Ellen, you have something to represent wealth, you can also bring in and put it on your table.
招財貓
Can? Alright, what's the name of 招財貓? What's the name of 招財貓 in English? There's a name to it, right?
Maniki Neko.
Maniki Neko. You see, I have ever-ready team here to help me to do my Facebook Live. Maniki Neko. I always forget that name, right? You know that auspicious cat that will keep on like waving the hand. Now, you can actually prepare all these things and bring it to your office desktop and put it there. Or you can also buy a small little plant we call the Fat Choi Shu, you know? It's like auspicious, like, you know, money plant. You can also bring it on that specific day and put it on your table. Now, the thing is, does it mean that when you put all these auspicious things, or money plant, or your Moniko Niko, I don't know what is it again. Okay? 招財貓, okay? Does it mean that when you put all these things on your table, it means that your luck will be terrific for the whole year? No. Okay? But all these things, does it work? Yes. Because why? Once you put it on your table, it will serve as a reminder. Boo also can. If to you, right? Peng was asking, Boo can? Can. Okay? Alright, so it's like, Boo means like you remind yourself that you have to work hard. Okay? You have to work hard, you have to work tough. Why not? Anything that has specific meaning to you. Because you say, how these things work is, it works on the psychology matter. Okay? It works as something to remind us, to tell us that every time on that day onwards, okay, when you look at this prosperity cat, yes, Miss Mitra, the prosperity cat, you look at this money plant, okay, you look at this mandarin oranges or whatsoever that represents wealth, you remind yourself that your purpose of the year is to make more money. You focus on your goal. And that is how all these things work, okay? So if you want to do it, it will be like no harm doing it, okay? Might as well, bull market. Alright, so it's like by all means just do it. But let's say you think that nah, I don't want to do all these things. I don't want people to laugh at me. This is like a bit silly. It's fine. You don't have to do it. Just go on that specific time. Just go on that specific date and start open up your laptop. Send out important emails. These are practical. Okay.
Now, how to define important emails?
Important emails means you have to see, like maybe you have a list of your clientels that you want to send a Chinese New Year greetings to them. All right, it means send out a greetings to build the connection between you and your clientels on that specific
or maybe
time.
a deal， 即係你同一啲好重要嘅 client 去講傾生意。
Yeah, okay. All right, you can do anything to signify means you send out that email to connect with people whom you think can be your potential clients or your existing clients or your suppliers or whatsoever on that specific hour.
I see.
Okay, and the time that you have chosen.
All right. Miu just now asked, is there any direction? Yeah, Miu, just hang on.
Yes,
because they're not there yet.
Direction, okay? Right, there are directions for this, okay? So I'm going to share with you the directions later. At least I want all of you to see. The reason why we do all this Facebook page, live things and all that, because I just wanted the time to share with you is like, I don't want people to follow blindly. I don't want people to think that, oh, I just buy some auspicious product and just put it there and it will be great. All right? Now, I just want people to understand, okay? It works for you, psychological, from which aspect is working for you, how it can work for you. And if you don't do it, will it be okay? Fine, totally fine, all right? I don't want people to follow blindly. I don't want people to do around feng shui or Chinese metaphysics with a lot of like paranoid in them and a lot of fear, okay? So that is the reason why we do all these things, okay? So remember, for employees, first clean your table, all right, the energy of the table and all these things. And the next thing is create a monument, something to put on your tabletop, okay, to represent wealth for you. Okay, represents wealth and abundance. And then after that, send email.
之是係咧，你一定要即係如果啦，你嘅老細叫你9點翻工啊，但係你9點半嗰陣時，你可以用一啲碌柚葉嚟洗下、清除下你自己嘅台嘅，之後就開翻你嘅 laptop，之後再擺一啲即係咁類似嘅嘢，或者你覺得對你係
有意義
嘅嘢，即係有
代表性、
有代表性嘅嘢就放喺個台啦。咁一陣間我哋會俾一個位置你，係啦。咁之後你最記得就係你要 send 一個好重要嘅 email。啱啦。咁其實就算你冇 client 都冇相干嘅喎，你應該係可以 send 俾老細啦。
係啦 ，send 俾老細都得㗎嘛，恭喜發財。anything just send 俾你覺得喺工作嗰方面係可以幫到自己嘅。OK，just send it out to important people. If you're not sure who is important, who is not, send out to everyone. Okay, all right, it's greetings.
Just say Happy Chinese New Year.
Yes, everyone likes greetings. Everyone likes to be greeted nicely. Is that there's no harm. Just send it out to all the contacts that you have. All right.
咁接落嚟咧，我哋係咪應該係要講翻一啲direction 啊
？Yeah. Okay. So now coming up itself, we will talk about directions, and of course, right? Okay. So for those of you who can't make it on those dates and time, for whatsoever reason, you are still holidaying at your hometown. Okay. You're overseas. You can't make it back on time. You can still send out your emails on those dates and time wherever you are via your email. Okay, by doing that, you also activate your auspicious date and time to resume your work. So you can do it anywhere. Okay. All right. And then the next thing is now we talk about the direction. Now, for those of you, if you have chosen 19th of February, which is the 4th day of Chinese New Year, all right. Now, the auspicious direction means the God of wealth means on that day itself, the wealth direction will be the south direction. Now, remember, this is direction, not location. Direction means you can be anywhere, but you turn to south and you face it. Okay, all right? So it can be anywhere, okay? So you just have to turn to that direction and receive it by facing. WhatsApp messages can, why not? Okay, it's still message. Nowadays, a lot of deals are closed via WhatsApp messages, okay?
盈盈，你係咪淨係咧就 send 晒俾你啲同事同你講，嗱你今日要幾點做嘢？I mean, at the end of the day, 有好多手下嘅。
At the end of the day, if you want to be guessful a bit, right? WhatsApp also send, email also send, whatever
Slack also send,
乜
嘢都 send.
Okay. All right, so now the auspicious direction on the 19th February itself, the auspicious direction for wealth, this is all wealth, is south. Those of you have chosen the 19th of February, remember facing south is your direction for wealth.
嗱，即係意思咧，即係如果你係選擇咗初四翻工啦，咁其實你最緊要記得就係你係面向南方嘅，
南方迎接財神方位，
即係唔係響南嘅位，但係面向嗰個南方嘅位。係啦，
即係話你坐翻喺你 office 啊，坐喺即係你自己嘅位置都好咧，你淨係向南。Okay, facing south, yeah? Now, if you have chosen 20th, which is a Tuesday, the direction is also south. Okay?
都係面向南方嘅。
Okay, remember this is your wealth direction, yeah? We have chosen on the 22nd, which is a Thursday. This is a 7th day, which we have chosen. Now, the wealth direction is southeast.
即係響東南方嘅，啱啦。即係初七東南方。
Okay, so southeast on the 7th day Chinese New Year 22nd, you have to face southeast in order to receive your wealth. On the 23rd of February, okay, which is on the 8th day of Chinese New Year, the direction comes from the east. In fact, 23rd of February on the 8th day of Chinese New Year, the direction comes from the west. Sorry, I made a mistake. 23rd February, 8th day of Chinese New Year, direction is from the west.
即係初八咧係面向西面嘅。係啦，西邊嗰方面啦。
Okay, and then 27 and 28. Okay, 27, 28 means on the 12th day and the 13th day, the direction of wealth is the same. It comes from the east direction.
即係初12同初13咧，就係面向東邊嘅。
Okay, and of course the last day, which is like the dates that I've given on the 3rd of March, which is the 16th day, right, of Chinese New Year, the wealth direction comes from southeast direction.
之前係向東南嘅，即係如果係初16嘅話係向東南啦。
Alright, okay, so those are all the dates, like what you can do on the dates, on the time, what you should do, what you should be doing, how you should be doing it, and why it worked for you, okay? All these dates has been shared. But I remember I promised some of you who have actually sent in some messages and comments on one of my previous Facebook page posts that talk about the flying chase stars. 飛年嘅。飛年星. Alright. So remember there's this post that I actually post those of you with the animal sign of the rat. Okay. Now those of you have just joined us. I know some of you are like, they're still very new. People are still joining us. Those of you have just joined us. Earlier part of this video, we talk about the auspicious commencement of work date after Chinese New Year. 開工嘅日嘅. Okay. So we talk about the auspicious wealth direction. We talk about what you should do on those dates, okay? What are the timings and all that. If you're an employer, what you should do. If you're an employee, what you should do. Now we are moving to another subtopic because the other day I've actually shared a Facebook update relating to the rat. Now, the rat animal sign means those of you born in the year of the rat, or if you're born in the month of the rat, which is the December month, or if you're born in the hour of the rat, which is between 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. midnight. No, it's day itself, you have to individually plot out your chart. Okay. So if you're born on the day, if you want to know whether you have a rat on your day, you have to go to our website www.soleiltrinity.com, plot out your party chart and see if you have that rat in your chart. Now, what is it that you have on this rat this year? Now, the rat itself, you have a few negative stars, okay? And one of it is what we call the flying chase star. Now, flying chase in Chinese we call 飛年. Okay, 飛年大殺. Okay. Now, besides flying chase, you also have what we call a blood knife, which is 血印星. Okay, 血印 and 喪門. So now these few stars when combined together, now the year itself you have a higher chance of accident-prone, surgery, seeing blood or bloodshed related. Now, and also one thing special about flying chase. Now, flying chase is a star that means of injuries caused by objects that falls from high places. Okay. So means those of you with rat in your chart, because nowadays, lately, right, I am triggered by a lot of news that people got injured, you see accidents of like things falling from high places, construction site, the other day in Taman Desa. And then you also have this incident of the boy got killed because of a flying chair fly downs from the apartment. Now, all these things, if you have a rat, you have a higher chances of accidents relating to this. Now, doesn't mean by me telling you this means that you have to live in fear. Now, that doesn't mean that because of this you have to live in fear. All right, remember, knowing beforehand, okay, forewarned is always forearmed. You know it beforehand means that now, whenever you go, wherever you drive, if let's say after work you find that outside is like really thunderstormy, very, very bad weather, might as well you just stay put in your working environment for a bit longer. Instead of like going all the way out in the thunderstorm where you have the tendency of danger of like falling trees and all the things, okay? Especially if you have a rat. So knowing it means that you just have to, sorry, my dog is making some noise. Alright, it's their year this year, so it's fine. Okay, so it's like, the thing is, okay, so if you know that you have this tendency, might as well you just make sure if you are driving under construction site, okay, and if you have parking lots under construction site, it will be good if you can just avoid those parking lots. It will be good, let's say, for you to actually park underground, okay? Make sure that you are safe underground because at least you know that the chances you don't have a falling crane that might hit onto your car.
嗱，盈盈咧就覺得就有少少深啦。咁maybe我係比較即係簡單式嚟講咧，即係今年嘅飛年星啊，即係如果咧係有屬鼠，而呢個鼠咧即係唔一定係你嘅年份嘅，佢係你嘅月柱啦。或者日柱啦，或者時柱嘅。咁因為今年嘅鼠入邊咧，佢有個比較即係唔係咁好嘅星啦。咁呢個星咧，即係可以代表有時候你會遇到一啲嘅意外啊，或者係上邊跌落嚟啲嘢啦。啱啦。咁如果你知道有咁樣嘅星嘅話，即係如果落水。即係或者好大風，你就係啦，狂風大嗰陣時咧，就盡量就等大雨咗過後先再行啦。就算你 parking 都好咧，即係你最好就係 park 下邊咧，即係唔好 park 外出。咁即係避免呢啲嘢。嗱，咁 Jessie，若果我哋上一次嘅 topic 嚟講，如果我哋做咗呢一個 water short 其實會唔會話講 balance 翻咧？
嗱，你睇下嗰個所謂安飲水或者 salt water cure 咧，同呢一樣嘢係即係冇咩分別，兩回事嚟嘅。咁起碼如果你屋企動咗五黃嘅，咁其實個 impact 可能仲更加差咯。你又有老鼠咯，已經差啦。屋企五黃又動咗，個氣又唔好嘅，咁啊即係差上加差咯。但係如果你做咗個安飲水個 salt water cure 咗，起碼你將 屋企嘅即係風水嗰度
氣場啊
氣場溫和翻 neutralize 咗，
係
咁啊剩翻自己嘅八字有老鼠，咁自己做嘢又謹慎啲又小心啲嘅，咁啊可以大事化小，小事化無咯。
咁頭先就有問到啦，咁如果係流年咧，what if it's a luck pillar？
Now luck pillar also if you have a rat, that is also part of you. You have to be careful as well. So what I mentioned earlier on is like if you have a rat in your chart, you just have to remind yourself to be extra careful. That doesn't mean that you have to live in fear for throughout the year. There's no point living in fear. But the thing is, the next moment you have to make certain actions or decisions. You just make sure that avoid those places that has a higher danger of falling objects that might hit you. Even at home, even at home, sometimes you have seen some home people like to place their groceries and all that very high up. Onto to the cupboard or whatever. It's very high up, and then they will try to tiptoe themselves and try to reach it. That's a very dangerous thing, especially if you have heavy objects that is placed on top. Because when you try to reach it and we try to tiptoe and all that, the thing is, possibilities these things might fall and hit you on the head. So that can also lead to accidents. Might as well you just make sure that all these things are actually placed in a reachable, easy level to reach. Or if not, you buy a proper ladder for you to actually step out safely to reach up to all these things. Okay, all these things can help. It can be just minor things. All right, but this small little things, at least it will remind us to be extra careful. And awareness is always the key. Because the most important thing is why we need to share all these things with you is, it's not that after that we have to tell you, oh, the rat, you have to buy these certain things or buy this object or wear this auspicious product so that you can avoid and your luck will be better. There's no such thing, okay? So you just have to remind yourself, okay, that this year you have to be the extra careful.
Okay.
So let's say if you can find something to wear or to put on or to remind you to be extra careful, by all means. So every time when you put on that something, right, a jewelry or whatsoever, it keeps on reminding you that, oh, you have a rat, this year you have to be careful of accidents, all right? So that every time and every day, you are reminded to be extra careful on the road. So that is the purpose of wearing objects at the end of the day. All right, and then I remember there are some questions people ask me, since the rat have this called blood knife. Blood knife means you have bloodshed, potential bloodshed, you will lose some blood. Is it good or will I overcome all these things if actually I go and donate blood? Okay, or if I just go and wash my teeth and I see my dentist. And of course, donating blood is a good gesture. It's a good thing to do. By all means, donate it if you want. But the thing, if you think or you have the mentality to believe that once I donate blood already and I can just lead my life recklessly, I can just park underneath the big crane on top of my head, okay? Now, if you keep doing that, it's not going to help at the end of the day. So doing it is just to pacify. Now, in the olden days, the practitioner asks you, okay, I tell you all these things, you have a rat, you have potential bloodshed, go and donate blood, so that the practitioner now can actually pacify the emotions of their clients. At least the clients are not left stranded for the whole year living in fear. So they will say, okay, don't worry, as long as you lead your life cautiously and carefully, go and donate some blood, and after that, everything will be fine. Okay, so that's the reason people ask you to donate blood. But doesn't mean that once you've donated blood and after that you can actually drive recklessly and do all these dangerous things, it will still be the same thing. Alright.
咁有啲人咧就問啦，即係如果我開工嗰一日咧顏色咧會唔會好啲？咁其實我覺得呢個都係人為嘅。係
okay. So they were actually sharing the best color to wear to 開工 and all these things. Well, yeah. That now color itself, okay, is it part of feng shui? It is not. Well, does it work for us? Yes, it will. Okay.
Physically.
Now, for what I practice, I always tell my clients and my followers and my students, right, okay, there are three parts, okay, in life itself that makes our destiny. Our destiny comprises of whatever which is fated, haven't luck, wanted, right? Whatever fated, we cannot fix. Strength, weaknesses, all this, male, female, we cannot change. We also have the other part, which is earth luck. Now, earth luck itself is feng shui. Feng shui comes in to create more opportunity for us and all these things. That is one part. And the last part itself, okay, that is the man luck. Now, the man luck is psychology, is our action, our beliefs and all these things. Now, when we talk about colors, all these things, it is not under feng shui. You have to make it very clearly, okay? Feng shui is feng shui about environment, about the energy of the environment, how we harness into it, whether we can tap into it, we can benefit from it or not. Whereas the man luck part is something that we can play about a lot because human needs reminder from time to time. That is also why we have all these like Facebook live session. We have daily quotes. We subscribe to daily quotes and all these things as a reminder to remind us to stay on path. And when you wear certain color, auspicious colors and all these things, it is just a reminder on the man luck part. And I personally call it the art of conscious living. Okay, I personally call this part the art of conscious living because we consciously create our environment. We actually wear the color that is best suited for us. Okay, we use the things which is best for us. We use the decorations which is best suited for us to actually mitigate our weaknesses and to enhance our strength.
就好似有啲人咧，即係會買好多啲 fashion 啊，或者係即係 make up 啊呢啲嘢，其實係令到自己係自信心係比較高啲嘅。係啊，咁其實心情都好啲嘅話，咁 why not？ You know?
Yeah, and normally for Chinese New Year, no. So is everyone there? Suddenly we got like poor connections, okay? Hopefully it's not disrupted. Now, just now we talk about all these colors and all these things for Chinese New Year, right? I mean, normally the safest color to wear is like the brightest color, better, like red, yellow, pink. As long as bright, lively, represents growth. Because spring is the color of growth, okay? Right? You can wear anything that represents growth. Most of the time, especially the older people, they will say avoid black color. Because black color is actually a very like mysterious color, is the color of like mysteries, is the color of like solemn, okay? So normally we will try to avoid that. But if black is your favorite color, like me, by all means, okay? Remember, it's all relating to you, okay? All right, so, I mean, we have been online for wow,
1 hour.
1 hour, okay. So I think time also because like I have to let Hui Yi go and I have to continue with my work because this weekend itself is our big day.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
have
a
talk.
best, Jessie.
Yeah, I have a talk this coming Saturday and Sunday. I will be expecting a lot of you to be joining me on that 2 days itself. All right. So for those of you who have just joined me now we actually talk about the auspicious date to recommence work after Chinese New Year. Now I'm going to recap to you. All right, those dates that I have actually shared together with the auspicious direction, which is the wealth direction. So I'm going to share with you now, okay, on a quick glance, or those of you who have just joined me, the auspicious date to recommence work is on the 19th of February. You can say the 初四日 in Chinese. Okay, so the 19th February, which is a Monday.
係，即係初四嘅拜一啦，即係9:28嘅。
Alright, and 9:28 a.m. But it is not suitable for those born in the year of the rat.
即係忌鼠嘅。
Okay, and the wealth direction on that particular day is south direction.
即係你要面向南方嘅。
Alright, and then 20th of February, Tuesday.
係初五嘅拜二啦。
Okay, 5th day of Chinese New Year, 9:28 a.m. Okay, now not suitable for the ox, but the favorable or auspicious direction for wealth is the south direction too.
即係初五嘅星期二咧。初五係星期二OK，初五嘅星期二咧就係9:28嘅，咁係忌牛嘅，即係屬牛嘅人啦。即係最好嘅即係方向咧係向南嘅，
係財嘅方向嚟嘅。Okay, and then 22nd of February, which is the 7th day, this is like the best day to choose from. All right, the 7th day, which is 9:28 a.m., not suitable for the rabbit, and wealth direction is southeast direction。
咁如果係即係初七開工嘅人咧，即係都係9:28係忌兔嘅，咁比較好嘅方向咧就係響東南嘅。
Okay, and then 23rd of February, which is the 8th day of Chinese New Year, 9:28 a.m., not suitable for the dragon. The wealth direction will be west direction.
即係如果揀初八星期五開工嘅人咧，就係9:28啦，咁係忌龍嘅，咁最好嘅 direction 咧就係響西邊嘅。
Oh, okay, the next one, 27th February, Tuesday, which is the 12th day, and 28th February, okay, Wednesday, which is the 13th day of Chinese New Year, both also using 11:18 a.m., okay? The wealth direction is the east direction.
咁如果係初12開工嘅話咧，係11:18早上啦，但係係忌後嘅。咁同埋呢一個2月嘅28號，即係初13啦，都係11:18嘅，係忌。即 即係屬雞嘅人啦，但係最好嘅方向咧就係向東嘅，兩個日子都係向東嘅。
Okay, and the last day itself is the 3rd of March, which is a Saturday, 16th day of Chinese New Year, 1:38 p.m. in the afternoon, not suitable for the red. And the wealth direction for that day is actually southeast.
咁如果係初16開工嘅人咧，就係1:38晏晝嘅，係忌暑嘅。咁最好嘅方向咧就係向東南邊嘅。
Alright, so we have actually wrapped out the auspicious dates, okay, after Chinese New Year to resume your work. Why is this date good and how it can help you in your endeavor towards your career and your business throughout 2018? What are the things that you can do or you should do on that particular day if you're a boss or if you're an employee? We have talked about that. And of course, the wealth direction for those dates itself that you can actually face towards, okay? And you can also place some objects onto your directions like your table directions and all that, okay, to resemble or to remind you to focus on to wealth for the whole year itself. Okay, we also talk about on this particular subtopic on the flying chase stars, which the red, those of you born in the red year will have the flying chase stars. What does it mean? What you have to watch out for, and what are the things that you can do in order to minimize its impact or its negative impact. Thank you so much for being with us, okay? If you have any questions or whatsoever, all right, you can actually write it down on the comments, but most of the time I will only try to reply all your questions during our next Facebook Live.
Okay.
All right, okay. So stay tuned for our next one. We are still thinking of like topics to share with you all. Thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight. And yeah, have a pleasant night. Good night. Thank you.
晚安。